Los Angeles Times reporter Evan Halper captured California residents' joy now that Joe Biden has been installed. Listen to this. After 4 years of being relentlessly targeted by President Trump, who worked overtime to bait, punish, and marginalize California and everything it represents, California is suddenly center stage in the Washington policy arena. California is the new think tank for the Biden-Harris regime. Instead of Make America Great Again, the Biden-Harris plan is to make America California again. Now let that sink in. California, where businesses are taxed to death, where immigration laws are flouted, illegal immigrants are given sanctuary and all the welfare benefits they can collect, where environmentalist wackos prevent forest management so deadly fires routinely destroy millions of acres. California, where failing schools and high crime are the norm in Los Angeles, where San Francisco tourists used to get maps to help them avoid piles of human feces in the streets, until the entire state economy was locked down for the coronavirus, destroying small businesses and jobs by the thousands. But where Nancy Pelosi could still get her hair done, Gavin Newsom could party at an upscale restaurant when you couldn't. Make America California again? Well, that's a dream come true to hardcore leftists who think rampant, out-of-control socialism is a good thing. But to real America, it's just a coming nightmare.
Donald Trump came to the Detroit Economic Club and stood there in front of the Ford Motor executives and said, if you close these factories as you're planning to do in Detroit and build them in Mexico, I'm going to put a 35% tariff on those cars when you send them back, and nobody's going to buy them. It was an amazing thing to see. No politician, Republican or Democrat, had ever said anything like that to these executives. And it was music to the ears of people in Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, the Brexit states. You live here in Ohio, you know what I'm talking about. Whether Trump means it or not is kind of irrelevant, because he's saying the things to people who are hurting. And it's why every beaten down, nameless, forgotten working stiff who used to be part of what was called the middle class loves Trump. He is the human Molotov cocktail that they've been waiting for. The human hand grenade that they can legally throw into the system that stole their lives from them. And on the election day, although they lost their jobs, although they've been foreclosed on by the bank, next came the divorce, and now the wife and kids are gone. The car's been repoed. They haven't had a real vacation in years. They're stuck with the shitty Obamacare bronze plan where you can't even get a curtain set. They've essentially lost everything they had, except one thing. The one thing that doesn't cost them a cent and is guaranteed to them by the American Constitution, the right to vote. They might be penniless, they might be homeless, they might be f***ed over and f***ed up. It doesn't matter, because it's equalized on that day. A millionaire has the same number of votes as the person without a job. One. And there's more of the former middle class than there are in the millionaire class. The dispossessed will walk into the voting booth, be handed a ballot, close the curtain, and take that lever, or felt pen or touchscreen, and put a big X in the box by the name of the man who has threatened to upend and overturn the very system that has ruined their lives. Donald J. Trump. They see that the elites who ruined their lives hate Trump. Corporate America hates Trump. Wall Street hates Trump. The career politicians hate Trump. The media hates Trump after they loved him and created him, and now hate him. Thank you, media. The enemy of my enemy is who I'm voting for. You, Joe Blow, Steve Blow, Bob Blow, Billy Bob Blow, all the blows get to go and blow up the whole goddamn system because It's your right. Trump's election is going to be the biggest feud ever recorded in human history. And it will feel good.
Rain or shine, I will be voting for Donald Trump on election day. Tornadoes, hurricane, I don't give a Dingo, stop. And if there's a tornado dropping in the background, I don't give a shit.
Together we will rebuild, we will recover. Please keep your faith, hold strong, and look out for one another. We will come back stronger, bigger, better than ever before.
I'm walking to my polling station. I'm gonna cast my damn vote. Let's go.
Let's go, indeed. Hope you guys liked that little intro that I spliced together from a couple different pieces. It kind of gave me chills myself as I was editing that. I couldn't believe I found that clip. I'm going to tell you exactly what the pieces were. We had a clip of Rush Limbaugh saying, "I don't want you to make America California." That was obviously before Mr. Limbaugh passed away, and he was dead on then, and he's dead on now, no pun intended. We do not want to see America become California. It's insane what's going on out there. We don't want that here. It was so appropriate based upon what Trump is doing today. And then the next piece, believe it or not, that was indeed Michael Moore narrating a short clip about Trump. But it was from years ago, and it's more appropriate now. He was absolutely correct. The media hates him. They hate you. They hate me. The deep state. Everybody hates everything about Trump and Trump's followers. They hate you. They don't want us to even be in existence. Who knows what they're going to try in the next 25 days, or maybe even longer. Once he gets elected, what are they going to try? Barry, what does NCSWIC stand for? No one can stop what is coming. Right now, today, tonight, with everything that's going on, I can confidently say no one can stop what is coming. Now, some people may hear this and go, "Oh my God, he's talking about that 17th letter of the alphabet and he's spreading rumors." No, I'm just telling you how I feel. Depending upon estimates, what you're going to see tonight is anywhere between 50,000 and 100,000 people out in this ranch in Coachella, California. If I'm going to see 50 to 100,000 people in Coachella, that is telling me. It's not telling me he's going to win California, because Gavin Newsom is going to do whatever he needs to do to make sure he does it. But what it does tell me is nobody can stop what is coming. This thing is its own groundswell, and it's just beginning to take on a life of its own, and it's beginning to grow and grow and become powerful. And all the October surprise stuff, because they basically spent their load trying to attack Trump over the last 8 years, all of the incoming shelling is hitting the Democrats. There was one feeble, weak attempt to go after Trump today. You want to know what the weak attempt that they tried to call out Trump on? You ready for this one? Oh my God. And this was a major news site. I don't remember which one. Trump called Kamala Harris a retard. Breaking news. Trump called Kamala Harris a retard. That's what you got. That's what you're swinging fences at. Then I know you can't stop what's coming. Michigan, or one of the states, Michigan, I believe, that tried to not hire any conservative or Republican poll watchers, got overturned. It got completely overturned by the appellate court in Michigan. So now they've got to rush and hire an equal amount of conservatives. Oops, sorry. That's how it's going to fall. That's what we got to do. And then, the biggest breaking news of the night. And I have to be very, very delicate here, because I can't actually say it. So I'm going to use all kinds of innuendos here, and I'm going to hope you guys can fill in the blanks. I'm going to look here at the the comments and see if you guys can fill in the blanks. All right. Tampon Tim. News is coming out, and I wanted to wait all day and see who's going to pick up this story. This person, I don't know them. I can't really see if they're credible. This person, they're just repeating things. I'm not really sure it's credible. Then I saw a couple credible people come out and say, there's trouble with Tim Walz. And then I saw another one where it said that the trouble that Tim Walz is having is now marched itself into prosecutors' offices and is telling prosecutors the trouble they had with Tim Walz. So I'm gonna euphemize here, but you can use your imagination. You're all adults. That trouble that Tim Walz had was trouble back-ending a little boy. Yeah. I think you can fill in the blanks here. You can fill in a whole bunch of stuff. I don't got to say the words. Oh, and the boy was underage. Oh, yeah. And that's starting to bubble up really bad. And it involved, allegedly, is that the word? Is that how we say it now? When we're not really sure, we say allegedly, so nobody can say you're defaming them. But it's beginning to groundswell. Let me just show you something, and perhaps you can, infer or read yourself. And all I want you to do is go to Twitter when you get a chance, because that's the only place you can speak freely. And perhaps you can just take a gander at this story and the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other stories. The 1st of October surprise, CCP agent Tim Walz, also known as Touchdown Timmy, blankety blank blank blank. Read it. Tim Walz is accused of blankety blanking a high school kid during his time as a high school so-called football coach. The claim suggests that Tim Walz took the high school kid to one of those kind of establishments. Not there's anything wrong with that, and engaged in so-called inappropriate behavior while the kid spent the night at his house. So essentially had one of those Michael Jackson moments, with the Jesus juice and stuff. That's what we're being told. I think it's going to take a lot more than that, but they got pictures. So before I get myself in trouble, let me just get off of that tweet. But I encourage you, all of you fanfare, the fanfare army of real people, not orcs, to go looking and clicking and seeing what's going on, if you can take it. So this, on October 12th, is something that's brewing after everything else we've seen in the last 24 hours. Lines out the wazoo trying to get into a Coachella rally in a deep blue state that he's not even supposed to be in. Last night in Reno, you're not supposed. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Aurora, Colorado. Oh my God, you're not supposed to be here. I'm here, fans. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. I'm stepping on some toes. Will he turn Colorado? Will he turn California? I don't think so. I hope so, but I don't think so. I think they'll do anything to keep those states. But again, as I said yesterday, all day, it's not about having to turn California. It's not about having to turn Colorado. It's about a lot of people in the middle, independents, seeing that this guy brings fire and talks about America being a better place, and is focused on that versus the craziness of the Kamala campaign. It's so bad with Kamala right now. You guys are probably bringing up when you start looking. There are already rumors about them replacing Tim Walz on October 12th. How in the hell are you going to now replace him with somebody else without your campaign looking like somebody literally threw a hand grenade into it? Like Michael Moore said. This, and I've told you over and over and over and over and over and over and over, this thing is a landslide. It's over. It's kaput. It's done. The only asterisk is how much can they fudge? How much can they do to really hurt? And it's looking extremely tough for them. I've told you months and months and months ago, watch the blacks. Watch the black vote. So they trotted out Obama yesterday, and it didn't go well whatsoever. In fact, the blowback is still happening everywhere you turn. You even had, I showed it last night, you even had CNN going, this is BS. You don't come out and tell people they have to vote for Kamala because she's black.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
They need to appeal to the needs of the voters. And so when I was a delegate for President Obama in both of his elections in Ohio, right now the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President Trump to take Ohio as he did twice, but to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
My allegiance is to my skin color, and you need, and a former president came out and said, forget everything else, vote for the black woman, even though she's not black. Hopefully she's a woman, although she can't define what's a woman. So I can't tell you. I can't help you. We know Timmy can't. And Timmy's trying to do interviews and getting tied up all over the place. Did an interview with Michael Strahan. Say, hey, the other day you said that you want to overturn the Electoral College. Oh, did I say that? Oops, orca. My feeling is the same as the campaign's feeling, is the same as the other guy. They don't make any sense. They're literally trapped animals, which are dangerous animals. She goes to the Univision thing, town hall, and more and more and more is coming out that the people, listen to this one, the people in the audience didn't just get the questions, The people in the audience were flown in to be a part of the audience so she wouldn't get any wild questions. And then, of course, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, the world will tune into what has already been seen as a fraudulent interview. 60 minutes, you're done. You're absolutely done. Never mind why would anybody watch it, but now we all know you cheated. So this week has been very, very bad. Very, very bad for the Kamala camp. And it just keeps getting worse. You see, when you took every opportunity to come after this man called Donald Trump, and you tried to take him out, and in 2020 you used everything you could muster to basically try to tell us that he lost. And then you're told us we can't even talk about it because if you talk about it not being a win for Joe, then you're being an American. Yet now, you've got people like Jamie Raskin out there saying, we're not going to certify him if he wins. We're going to have to look into things. Funny. I thought you said it's bad to challenge elections. And then on top of that, they're talking about bringing the misinformation minister back again. On the very same show of MSNBC that was spewing misinformation. It's bad. It's bad. It's public. We all see it. It's not going to change. No one can stop what is coming. I firmly believe that. And so we're about to see something happen tonight, which is going to be epic. I don't remember any politician in my lifetime. I don't even think Reagan drew this many people in California, back when Californians actually were able to vote freely. But Trump, knowing what's happening, is making a statement. He's making a statement that nobody can deny. There's nothing he's at a ranch in the middle of California. And there was people there since last night waiting to get in. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. People will be talking about this for weeks. And meanwhile, Kamala's over here doing whatever she's doing. She's absolutely in free fall. At this point, she should just wave the white flag and go, you know what? I'm done. I don't even know why I'm going through the motions at this point, because that is what she's doing. She's going through the motions. Nothing has said. How do you know this? Let me just tell you this. There is nobody else they can bring out of the bullpen. They brought out Oprah. They brought out The View. They brought out Obama, and nothing is helping. They brought out the top Democrat operative in the stable, Barack Obama, and he whiffed. Not only did he whiff, he pissed people off. Where do you go from there? Now you're on your own. You're going to bring out Bill Clinton? Most of the people under 30 or so who would be voting in this election don't even know who the hell Bill Clinton is. He's too old. He's not. How do you take somebody out of mothballs who hasn't been on the road, all of a sudden put them out there and go, hey, go stump for me? Well, they don't even know who I am. And I'm going to make a good speech to the same people who would be watching you. I'm not hitting any independents. I'm not hitting anybody new. He's been out of office. Man, the guy's old. Old. Used up. Literally. So you tell me who she's going to turn to. This is the closing run. Trump's got some amazing rallies planned. Of course, the final one being in New York City. He's going to blow the doors off of it. It's going to be epic.